Time for baseball on the show from the bank, Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Cleveland Indians and the Philadelphia Phillies. Alongside Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and Danny, as pitching matchups go, it doesn't get much better than what we've got here for this one.
Well, Matt, these are two of the best in the business. Two guys that throw a lot of strikes, and if their game is on, we should have a very low-scoring ball game with these two elite starting pitchers.
It's interleague baseball. Next on the show, Zach Wheeler, a right-handed Georgia native, gets the starting nod. Dan, any thoughts?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Ready now is Miles Straw. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The afternoon for Cleveland, the center fielder, number 7.
Now the first pitch. And the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball 1 as we get underway in Philadelphia.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Now a good pitch on the inside part of the plate ties him up, and it's 1-1. And a great day for baseball here. 81 degrees at first pitch. Now the 1-1 pitch. And this is popped up near second base. There to take it is Gregorius for the first down.
Batting second, the shortstop, Ahmed Zoltan.
1 out, base is empty. And up next will be the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. First pitch on its way. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
And I'll tell you, this is the last guy in the lineup you want to put on base for free. He's probably feeling a little salty after getting drilled, and he's got speed to burn, so look for him to try and make something happen out there.
First with it is Wheeler, and a dive, but he's back in there. Standing in now, Jose Ramirez, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. And this one's in the dirt. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. Rosario makes a move from first. Strike taken, the throw. Not in time as he steals second. Certainly a very close play at second on that bag, so let's analyze it with show track. We all know he's got plus speed on his side, and you really see it represented in the top speed. That really made the difference on that one. Swinging a ball hit on the ground.
The offensive game plan today is certainly to see the ball up. This guy is known on the mound for sinker changeup combination. He's going to try and establish down in the zone to get swing and a miss or ground balls consistent.
This one gets through, and that could bring in a run. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
And that'll bring in Franmil Reyes as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Pitch out. Nothing doing. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
Hey, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, one of the most consistent umpires throughout the league. Both pitchers and position players love this guy.
Yeah, I think one of the best in the business. How I judge a good teammate is every day he opens that door. Is he consistent? Can I count on him? Mike Fillmore is the exact same way behind the dish.
It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
You know, I think that steal might have had a different result if the throw was just a little bit better. It was a close play, but if that throw was placed over the first base side of second, I think they might have had a pretty good shot to get him.
Yeah, Dan, the throw wasn't all that bad, but it did end up a little more on the third base side of the bag, and that may have been the difference. A ball and 2 strikes from Zach Wheeler. Now a pickoff play at second, and he'll dive back in. Popped into the air, back behind second. Segura is there for it, and that's the second out of the inning. Next to hit is Josh Naylor, and the Tribe with an opportunity for still more damage here in the first. As a look, now the pitch. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. Ramirez at second with 2 down. Popped him up. Real Muto moving to his left, and he makes the play to end the inning. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Shane Bieber, a California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matty V, this ought to be a lot of fun. This guy won the Cy Young Award last year in the AL, so he knows how to pitch. And one of the things he does effectively, he attacks the strike zone. And if he does that, he should be fun to watch in this one.
And now in the box, number 37. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. The pitch. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Strong comes on now, and he has it 1 down.
Batting second, the second baseman, Segura.
Digging in now for Philadelphia, Gene Segura. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
1-0.
The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Trouble waiting on deck as Bryce Harper hits next. Here it is, the 3-0.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
Strike 2 called, and it's full 3-2.
3-2.
Oh, and a great knuckle curve just buckled him there, and there are 2 gone.
Not too often you see an at-bat go from 3-0 to a strikeout, so that's a pretty good job on the mound right there. Kind of nice that he got a free strike on the 3-0 take, but he still had to put it in the zone.
And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. Here's a pop-up now. Rosario is camped under this one, and he will put it away to retire the side. So they go quietly here in this half inning. We'll move to inning number 2 here in Philadelphia. It's the Indians 1 and the Phillies nothing. So now into the box is Harold Ramirez. His career line against Wheeler. A number of meetings. He's 1 for 7. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. And it looked like the fastball got away from him there. A 2-0 count to the Indians left fielder.
He's up in the zone a lot right now. Sometimes that can be effective, but I think you have to be careful with that, especially during a day game where the ball tends to carry a lot more.
Now the 2-0. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one, but that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now. Takes this the other way to right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So a productive start to the inning for the Tribe as their leadoff hitter is aboard.
The catcher.
3-1 fastball, middle cut, and he didn't miss it. That's the fight throughout the course of the game, to get yourself into count leverage and capitalize.
Into the box, Roberto Perez. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. From the stretch. And he pulls back the bunt attempt. 2-0.
I certainly wouldn't be surprised in this situation if the manager relayed down to the third base coach to get the bunt sign off. 2-0 count, you got a chance to swing the bat and do some damage right here.
And he pops up the bunt attempt. There to make the catch is Hoskins, and that's the first out of the inning.
Batting it. The second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
Andres Jimenez the next to bat. First pitch on its way.
Oh, that's low.
Hey, this is a left-handed hitter that can fly down the line. If they want to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
One 1-0 pitch on the way.
Can't come out of his game plan right here. He knows he's a known sinker baller. I know it was a 4-seamer right there, but get back to that 2-seam. It's what his MO is.
Here's Wheeler on 1-1. Fastball called strike. 1-2. Ramirez, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
The first with it is Wheeler. Don't want to forget about him. The 2-2. Clips the inside corner for strike 3.
Great spot on that 2-2 fastball. You can't place it on the inside corner any better than that. As a hitter, there's just not a whole lot you can do with that unless you're looking for it and time it just right. Love seeing a guy that can work the inside with his fastball.
Into the box now, Shane Bieber, and it's fouled away. Ready with the 0-1. And here's a ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. And what an effort on the running play to end the inning. One left for the Tribe. And after an inning and a half, it's 1-0. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring up Rhys Hoskins.
For the Phillies, the first baseman, Rhys Hoskins.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Ball. Hey.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses. Ball 2.
2 balls, 1 strike. The count.
And that pitch comes over to catch the corner. It's 2-2 now. Into the windup and the pitch. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
Stepping in now, JT Realmuto. As he'll send a ground ball down to third. And a low throw to first that bounces as he can't hang on.
Well, the first baseman tried to do his part and help his partner out, but the throw is just way too off target. He almost makes a great save, but that's going to be a throwing error all the way.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. Runner at first here, 1 man out. High in the air out to center field. Long run for the center fielder. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Here's Didi Gregorius. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Here it comes.
Count 1-0.
Realmuto leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And he misses again. 2-0.
2-0.
Outside. 3-0 now. Phillies shortstop in front in the count, 3-1. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs. And now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Stepping in is Freddie Galvis. The base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. First offering. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless.
Swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Changeup, and that fades down and away. 2-2.
Now 2-2, 2 on, 2 out. This is when you have to make a pitch right here. The last thing you want to do is run the count full to 3-2. Then the runners are going to be off to the races.
Here's the 2-2. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
Payoff pitch on its way. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Phillies leave a couple. It remains 1-0. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Miles Straw. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Number 7.
First pitch of the AB now. And he fouls this one off. The windup and the 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Into the windup and the pitch. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that, and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
And that will bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. And this will be fouled away. And maybe a little extra motivation for him here after being hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This is on the ground over to first. And that'll find its way into right field for a 1-out single.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This ball might have caught him in between hops. He looked unsure which way to turn his glove, and the next thing you know, it's by him.
At the plate now, Jose Ramirez.
1-0.
And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
Runner, yes.
1-1 home. That's a strike to throw down. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely. Well, that stolen base was about as bang as they come, and his show track demonstrates to us right here it was his top speed that really made all the difference. He's definitely got wheels, and they were on display there. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Harper has a read on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Next to dig in, Fran Morales. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air, but he can't collapse the backside, and that's exactly what he did in his last at-bat. Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over him.
A high fastball is in there.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
Swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Indians leave 1, but they're on top 1-0. Leading off the inning, it'll be Zach Wheeler. They'll look to spark the offense and even things up. First offering on its way. And he takes ball 1.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Fouled away. A 1-ball, 2-strike count to the Phillies pitcher.
Well executed fastball right at the knees. Going to be a long day for this offense if he stays in that spot.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Again, a 1-2. Swing and a miss as he starts the 3rd the same way he ended the 2nd with a punch out, 1 away.
Well, you know, AL pitchers must love pitching in NL ballparks because all of a sudden they're only facing 8 legitimate hitters in the lineup instead of 9. Kind of makes you wonder why any free agent pitcher would ever decide to pitch in the AL, doesn't it?
So now to the plate, number 37, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. It was a fly out for him to start the home first. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Phillies are still looking to crack into the hit column in this one. He's falling behind now, 3-1.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
This one's flared out toward left. Rosario over to his right. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Gene Segura standing in. First time up, he went down looking.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
The windup and the 0-1.
1-1.
Hey, this is a huge at-bat right here. This pitcher wants to end this inning and have 3, 4, 5 due up to start the next inning.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
Runner at first with 2 gone, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. From the belt, kicks and deals. And that's in there for strike 1. Segura is off of first with 2 away. A ball and a strike.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
Boy, his pitch count has really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
2 out with the man at first. Shin high. That's taken for a ball.
Well, this has been a good at-bat. He's now worked the count full to 3-2. It allows the runner on first to be on the move with 2 away.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
And that's 2 free passes in the 3rd inning alone. So you have to wonder if maybe it's something mechanical or if it's just psychological. Got to get back on track here.
Striding in is Rhys Hoskins, trying here to plate the tying run from second. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Hung the slider there, but laid off for ball 1.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
The 2-0.
You know, most people would be surprised he took that right there because that looked like it was in his honey hole. He had to obviously be sitting on something else.
High and deep down the left field line. And it's a foul ball. The 2-2 pitch. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes. And that will retire the side. Couple of walks in the inning, but nothing on the scoreboard. More from Citizens Bank Park in just a moment. And now here is Josh Naylor. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
The first baseman, number 22, Josh Naylor.
And now the first pitch.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hit back up the middle. Segura to his left. He's there. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. Next up is Harold Ramirez. He collected a base hit his first time up. Now the pitch.
0-1. Oh, that's out.
1 run, 2 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for Cleveland so far. Turned on down the line. And the throw will get him at first as he is robbed on a magnificent play there.
Plays like that right there, that's why you love playing the hot corner. No thinking involved. You're just reacting, diving towards the line. 1 step in a dive off your feet. That's why you play the position. Great play.
Standing in now, Roberto Perez. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half, it's 0-1. He popped out in his first trip. Oh, and 1 count and the pitch. 2 out, nobody on. A 1-2 count to the Indians catcher.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. Indians go down 1-2-3, but they're up 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, JT Realmuto.
Still a big bagel in that hit column, and this is where the frustration can start setting in on a team if they're not careful. It's never a good feeling when you know the guy out there on the mound is completely shutting you down.
And that's high for a ball, 1-0. That evens it up, 1-1. And they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Boy, that's a jam shot right there. That's as good as it gets, in my opinion. Woo, up and in.
2 balls and 2 strikes to the Phillies catcher.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
The 2-2. Freezes him on the inside, strike 3.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
So the next hitter to dig in will be Andrew McCutchen, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Nope.
Ball 2.
2-0.
Hard liner to center field. Strong is there, 2 gone.
He got that one pretty good. It just didn't have the right launch angle to carry over the outfielder's head. Small difference where the ball hit the bat could have made all the difference.
So now to the plate, Didi Gregorius. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. His guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. The windup and the 0-1. No runs, no hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Phillies so far. A ball and 2 strikes to Didi Gregorius. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ballgame, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They still trail 1-0. Stepping up is Andres Jimenez. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the first inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound, and quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the first inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
And now a pitch on the way.
Nope, that's a ball. Ball one, no strike.
Swing, and he popped him up over in foul territory back behind third. Galvis is over, and he puts it away for the first down. Into the box now, the Indians pitcher, Shane Bieber, flew out in his only at-bat so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Oh, that looks good.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Fastball is looked at for strike two. Fastball, strike three called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of the secondary pitches so far on this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there.
To the plate now, Miles Straw. As he swings and lifts it in the air out to shallow right field. Harper will call him off as he makes the catch, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tribe, but they lead it 1-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Wackney.
Matt, I had a chance to catch up with manager Joe Girardi during the commercial break about the Phillies offense, and flat out he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
Thank you, Heidi.
Leading off for the Phillies, the third baseman, Freddie Galvis.
And now the first pitch. Freddie Galvis is in now as he watches a pitch for ball one. A ball and a strike.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1. He's in there for strike number 2. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far. So bases are empty with 1 out now. And the pitcher strides into the batter's box. Here's Zach Wheeler. First pitch on the way. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Bases are empty. 1 man out. 1-1 pitch is a knuckle curve. He's in the hole now. 1-2. And he lays off it to even the count. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now. 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. Fouled off. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. And he lays off here. It's ball 4. And that is really cause for concern as he's just walked the opposing pitcher.
Well, he battled to get it to a 3-2 count, but that pitch wasn't even close. Now he's got a man on with 1 out, so he's got to focus on trying to get the ground ball.
Up next, number 37. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And this is on the outside corner for strike 1.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
Into the corner and slicing foul. The 0-2 home.
Ball! That pitch is out.
And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Always tough for one of these base umpires to make a call on a guy's check swing. It's not a great angle, and everything happens so quickly, so they really have to be paying attention out there. Looking at the replay, I think he got it right, so that's a tip of the cap for the Blue.
And now the first pitch. Gene Segura is in for the 3rd time as he looks at a ball high. It's 1-0.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter-friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
The 1-0 home is in there for strike 1. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
And it's fouled away.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Now the payoff pitch home. And that misses, ball 4. So it's 1st and 2nd now with 2 out. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. So it's 1st and 2nd with 2 men gone, and that'll bring up Bryce Harper. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Here's a swing, and oh man! Way out of here. A 3-run homer here for Bryce Harper, and it gives the Phillies a 3-1 lead.
Wow, the pitching staff has to love this one, right? They were down 1, and with 1 swing of the bat, they're up 2. What a turnaround in this one.
Next to bat will be Reese Hoskins. Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the 3rd baseline. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. One ball and one strike to the Phillies first baseman.
Now for 4 innings, he was great. But here in the 5th, he looks like a completely different guy out there. That happens a lot when a pitcher is facing batters for the 2nd or 3rd time in a game.
The 1-1 is a breaking ball that misses off the plate.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. But the Phillies use the long ball here, and they get back now for the start of the 6th inning, and we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with manager Terry Francona during the break about his thoughts on the Indians' hitters to this point. And one thing he stressed to me was the need for them to have better at-bats when they've got runners on base. With just 1 hit with runners in scoring position in the game, you can understand why he feels that way. But he also says he likes the way his guys are responding to the adversity. It seems as though they're keeping their energy and mood up, so we'll see if they can start coming through with some big hits as we go forward.
Thank you, Heidi. And stepping in, Ahmed Rosario. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, let's see if he can work a walk, maybe a knock, ground ball with eyes, something. Catch a gap to get this offense going. 2 hits as a team can start demoralizing your confidence. But if he can get on and start some traffic in motion, we might have something.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Harper has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Striding in for the Indians, Jose Ramirez. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Now an off-speed pitch gets the outside. It's a called strike.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
This is what a power pitcher will do to you if he executes his pitches. That was a 3-pitch strikeout, and with the kind of stuff that he has, it's not uncommon for him to absolutely dominate certain guys.
Into the box, Franmil Reyes. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. No hits to this point. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted. High and deep. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. Solo shot to right center as it's now a 3-2 ball game.
Wow. You want to know how strong this guy is? That was a changeup, and he drives it to straight center. Dead center out of the ballpark. He makes it look easy, doesn't he?
Now that brings up Josh Naylor. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. But not before they answer back here with a solo home run. On to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Phillies 3 and the Indians 2.
Squad hustle like a relay, run it back like a replay. No time for that he say. I care about what she said.
Now at the plate, here is JT Realmuto, who went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system, especially now. He's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
First pitch on its way. The windup and the 0-1.
That's a ball.
Some stirring now in the Cleveland bullpen. They'll get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And it's 1-2. And through just 5 innings, he's coming up on 100 pitches now.
Yeah, Matty, I think one of the things you want to do is try to drive that pitch count up. And D-Row, if you're the offense right now, you're sitting in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, usually the starting pitcher doesn't get to see the lineup 3 times through. I wouldn't be shocked if there's a move made to the bullpen.
Off the bat, that had soft base hit written all over it, but a nice snag there by the infielder on that soft liner that could have been a potential base hit.
Into the box now, Andrew McCutchen. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. One and one to Andrew McCutchen. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike. The 1-2. Hit down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
At the plate now, Didi Gregorius. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. The windup and the 0-1.
Inside, ball 1.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
A bouncer to the left side. Over to first, and that retires the side. Phillies down in order, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Leading off the inning, it'll be Harold Ramirez, and they could use a spark from him here. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he fouls this one off. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Now some movement out in the Phillies bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen. Bouncing ball, foul.
I mean, he's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
Rolled slowly down the third baseline. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Hey, it definitely looked like he had a little trouble getting that ball out of his glove. But with that bazooka of an arm, most third basemen have that strong arm. If you're going to play in the corners, you better be able to fire it across the diamond like him.
At the plate, Roberto Perez. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The 1-0. Fouled away.